Hi there, this blog's on pain. So it struck me the other day that so much of our perception of pain is to do with the physical body. Now, in a style of acupuncture that I do, 5 elements, we give equal precedence also to what goes on inside us. So by that, I mean your feelings, your emotions and your thoughts. And this is something which generally with health we don't give as much precedence to, but especially in Western medicine, we kind of grow up in that environment where if something's happening physically, you can see it, it's tangible, it's recordable, it's quantifiable. We tend to give it greater precedence over some of the more subtle things that are going on in us. But if you think about your day-to-day perception of reality, as much of that is made up of what you're thinking and what you're feeling. So in 5 elements acupuncture, we give equal attention to that, and we can also equally treat what you're thinking and feeling just in the same way that we can treat the body. So when it comes to our perception of pain, it's no different. So just in the same way in the body, you might get pain, which we think of as due to obstruction. So if you think about inflammation or when something gets tight, it creates a certain type of pain in the body. Well, it's exactly the same with your emotions and also with your thoughts or the subtle aspects of your being, that when there's a degree of obstruction and things aren't free flowing, that you also get a degree of pain with it. So we think of pent up emotions, how painful that can be. And actually, in Chinese medicine, in 5 elements acupuncture, it actually goes through a hierarchy where it's recognised that physical pain, is obviously bad. We don't like that. But it's actually considered that emotional pain on the hierarchy is actually more difficult. It creates a certain kind of tension. There's a real angst that comes with it. But then even further along the spectrum, we've got this kind of existential, spiritual type of pain that we consider as well, which we actually think to be even more severe. So obviously, you've got physical pain, it's bad. But if you're in this real state of inner turmoil, that can be even more overbearing on your system. And again, it's all a result of a kind of obstruction within the body and therefore within the body-mind. So with the physical symptoms, we treat that by releasing the actual physical degree of obstruction that might be going on, the obstruction in the energy field, in the flow of chi, as they think of it. Emotionally, it releases the tensions from the organs that are creating this pent-up state of tension and discomfort. And it's also seen that we can help to release some of these more spiritual levels of pain, if you like, because what the acupuncture does is it puts you back into correct alignment. So by that, I mean that often in our life, we fall out of our correct position. Sometimes we just get stuck in routine and we get a little bit lazy, and maybe it was time to move on from a situation and we haven't done so we get stuck. Or maybe sometimes we're not sticking with a situation or making the correct choices to be in one. So similarly, that can create a degree of pain. So when the acupuncture rebalances you, it actually helps to rebalance your perception, which can help you making these more wise decisions, if you like. Because at the end of the day, our perception and how we see the world is very much our reality for the best part. But we believe that every facet of nature has got the ability to find its own balance, and as human beings, we're no different. So when it comes to health, we've got a bit of a strange idea sometimes about how our health actually operates. So I start from the position that nature knows how to balance. So the world, the planet, it generally does okay until we start to mess it up with some of the different things that we do. But as a whole, as an entity, until more recent times, it just finds its own balance. Nature, animals, plants, they do what they need to do instinctively. So as a human being, you're no different. So by treating you, it helps to realign you back to your instincts, which helps to realign you back to your correct state of perception, so you can make the choices and decisions which helps to relieve that degree of existential pain, spiritual pain if you like, and set you off again in the right direction. And just in the same way as when we release physical pain and we find a sense of free flow again, it's actually exactly the same when we release this kind of existential pain. You know, have you ever had it in your life where you just get stuck in this inertia? Things just aren't moving. You make a decision and it's like rush. It's like this big gust of energy comes through you to move you. You know, you're back on your track and things are flowing. Well, that sense of flowing on that level is exactly the same as that sense of flowing on the physical level. There you go. Hope that's useful. Thanks a lot.